Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Carrying on with our Nahu. Basically, to recap, Sheikh Khaybar, we said for something to be considered kalam, according to the Nuhah, must have how many conditions, and what are they?
We should have three conditions.
How many conditions?
It must be a word.
You need to revise. Sheikh Alam Gheer. That's why you memorize. So now you just play back your tape. Okay. Al-kalam. What's kalam? هو اللفظ.
Yeah. هو اللفظ المركب المفيد بالوضع.
Everyone?
Yeah. It should be a word, a compound. It should be a word, a compound, and has a beneficial meaning.
كلامه هو اللفظ means spoken. Huh? مركب made of more than one word. مفيد benefit. بالوضع in Arabic language. Both you guys haven't revised. Right. How many types of كلام هذه خيبر?
ثلاثة. اسم وفعل وحرف جاء لمعنى. A noun, a verb,
yes,
or a particle, a harf.
A noun. For something to be a noun, he gave you four signs. Give me two.
Tanween, and ending with tanween, or starting with al.
مثلا look. عالم غير.
خفض. واللام.
لام, which لام?
واللام عليه.
Huh? Right, let's go through it together. فالاسم يعرف بالخفض كسرة والتنوين تنوين ودخول الألف واللام عليه. Then وحروف الخفض وحروف الجر. And then he gave you them. Right, so if I had to say من البيت عالم غير, correct or wrong? Or ذهبت إلى البيت, correct or wrong?
ذهبت إلى البيت is correct.
خيبر مررت بمحمد, correct or wrong?
غلط, wrong.
Why?
بمحمدي, by the بمحمد.
أحسن. طيب, let's carry on. Then we took the حروف الجر, حروف القسم. You must learn those. Now he comes, he tells you والفعل. He's given you certain signs for ism. Now he's giving you certain signs which are fi'l. So these signs only come, if they come, you must know the word after it or joined to it is a fi'l. But the first he says is qad, right? So the minute you see the word qad, then you should know that the word coming after it is a fi'l. And qad can come before fi'l madi or fi'l mudari'. Okay? So qad. And then, so for example, if a person had to, or Allah says in the Quran, قَدْ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ, right? قَدْ, and then سَمِعَ, you know, is a fi'l because it comes after قَدْ. Then you got seen. Seen here comes before fi'l mudari'. So for example, يضرب, as we took in Arabiya بين يديك, سيضرب, سيذهب, etc. Something in the near future. سوف also means in the future, but it's a little bit more than seen. So the minute you see سوف, you know what would come after it is a fi'l مضارع. So سوف يذهب, soon he will go. وتاء التأنيث الساكنة. Notice how it must be a ta, and it must be for feminine, and it must have a sukun, and this is for fi'l ماضي. So for example, ضرب masculine, and ضربت ta, and it's for feminine, and it's got a sukun. So the minute you see قد before فعل ماضي ومضارع, or سين and سوف before فعل مضارع, تاء التأنيث الساكنة going to فعل ماضي, then you know that these are أفعال. خيبر, if I had to say سمعت, what's that? اسم أو فعل؟
سمعت is a فعل ماضي. You know the تاء التأنيثي is that talking about the she version of ماضي?
Yes, because you can get different types of ta at the end. So they're trying to tell you this is that type of ta and sakina. Okay, then والحرف. Now he tells you what's a harf. He says ما لا يصلح معه دليل الاسم ولا دليل الفعل. ما لا يصلح معه دليل الاسم ولا دليل الفعل means that if you've taken any of the adilla, any of the signs or clues that he's given you for ism, and you've tried them on a word and they don't work, and you've taken them for fi'l also and you've tried them on a word and they don't work, then you must know that it's a harf. So for example, fi. If you have to take the word fi, it's a harf, okay? Try to put kasra on fi. You can't. You can't say fi yin, fi yi. And you can't put tanween. You can't say fi yan. You can't put alif and lam. You can't say alfi. And you can't put any of the huruf al-khaft on it. For example, mim fi. And you can't put qad. You can't say qad fi. And you can't say si fi. And you can't say sawfi. And you can't say feet. So the minute all these clues cannot work on a word, then it becomes a harf. وَالْحَرْفُ مَا لَا يَصْلُحُ مَعَهُ دَلِيلُ الْإِسْمِ وَلَا دَلِيلُ الْفِعْلِ. And just to show you here on the board, why he's telling you all this, because you're going to see that there's different ahkam. We still haven't got into the main thing. So that's kalam in the center. Then you got, it's divided into three: ism, fi'l, and harf. You got ism, and you got fi'l, you got harf. Ism, we said he gave us how many? How many signs?
Four.
خفض والتنوين ودخول الألف واللام عليه وحروف الخفض. فعل, today what did you take? Tell me.
سوف بقد
قد.
4.
Right. And?
So تأنيث والسين.
سين and then سوف and تأنيث الساكنة. And whatever doesn't belong into these, all these will become a harf. Understood? And inshallah in the next lesson, you memorize from باب الإعراب. So you go الإعراب هو تغيير أواخر الكلمة لاختلاف العوامل الداخلة عليها لفظا أو تقديرا، وأقسامه 4: رفع ونصب وخفض up to وجزم okay. باب الإعراب. Yes.
Inshallah, yeah. وجزم.
Yes, fine, inshallah.
Yeah. Sheikh,
any questions with what we've taken?
Yeah, Sheikh, I'm a little bit confused about والفعل يعرف. How وسوف, like, how will, I'm confused about, like, how will I know that?
Right, so let me show you. He's saying the minute you see the word qad here, this is qad. After this, you must know the word after it will always be a fi'l. So you cannot say qad zaydun and qad muhammadun. No, it just doesn't happen. So he's saying that after qad, it has to be fi'l madi or mudari. So he's saying wal fi'lu, fi'l is known by the fact that it can accept, or you can put qad at the beginning of it. So for example, in the same way we took huruf al-jar, said the harf jar is fi, but fi itself is not an ism. What comes after fi will be an ism. Fil bayti, al-bayti is an ism. So here, what comes after qad will be a fi'l.
Okay.
Understood?
You mentioned last time قد أفلح from the surah, yeah?
قد أفلح من زكاها قد سمع الله قول التي. Right? And then seen. Now seen, this seen is usually joined to fi'l mudari'. So you'll never find سزيد سمحمد. No. You'll always find سيضرب سيذهب, etc. So what he's trying to say is that if your word has a seen at the beginning like this, right? This is disregarding the fact that some words start with a seen. So for example, the word sami'a. Sami'a is fi'l madi. It's not a fi'l because it got a seen. No, that's how the word is. What he's trying to say is if this extra seen, you can put it at the beginning of the word with the meaning of something in the near future, then it's a fi'l. So you can never say Zaydun and Muhammadun and Sabaytun. No. Sayadribu. So the fact that this yadribu can take this scene, you must know it's the same way with Sawfa. You can never say Sawfa Zaydun and Sawfa Muhammadun and Sawfa the Sawfa Baytun. No. Or after Sawfa always has to be a fi'l. He's trying to tell you that how do you differentiate? Look at the word. can this word accept قد? Does it have it or can it accept it? Does it have a scene or does it accept the scene? سوف, does it have it or does it accept it? سوف يذهب. And تاء التأنيث الساكنة. So this تاء or this.
And after the sofa, there will be فعل مضارع always.
Yes. So these two are فعل مضارع. Okay. فعل مضارع. This one here is joint between the two فعل ماضي and مضارع. Take it. And then here you got تاء التأنيث الساكنة is only for فعل ماضي. So the minute you see ضربت, right? Why did they say sakina specifically, even though you get ضربت, for example? Because an ism and a fi'l, they are both able to take a dhamma. So it's not a foolproof rule to say if you see a dhamma, because it's not, you won't be able to differentiate. But as we will take in the next lesson, that an ism officially cannot take a sukoon. So you're not supposed to say grammatically Zaid, for example. That Zaid will always either have a fatha, kasra, or dhamma, but it will not have sukoon. Okay? So the minute they told you here, it must have a sukoon and it must be ta'nith as-sakina, then you know that it will be a fi'l. Understood?
Yeah.
Sure.
Check this whole وتاء التانيث الساكنة. What does the whole phrase means?
The whole phrase means ta. Okay, the word ta. Look here, ta. They're talking about a ta. This ta here, like how you get alif, ba, and ta. They're talking about this ta. So they're telling you the minute you see a word and you've seen it's got a ta, it's like three conditions for this last one. Ta, and it must be speaking about feminine. How do you know it can be feminine? Because if you had to, can this word go to masculine? Can you say daraba? Like cancelling the ta? Yes, you can, and that's for masculine. So they're saying you got a ta, and it's for feminine, darabat, and it's got a sukoon, then you must know that this word here is a fi'l. Understand? And now, as you've taken it and as we read and go over revision, I'll show you these, and as you pick up more, you'll be able to understand the rule better. قالت الأعراب. قالت. You see, فعل. It's not an ism. Why? Because it's got تاء التأنيث الساكنة. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, when we say قالت الأعراب, at the ta is sukoon.
Yes.
Yeah, I felt like it's like katra.
Why? I taught you this before. Originally, if you break down the words, you're getting قالت.
Oh yeah, قالت, yeah.
Now, if you want to join, you have to put a kasra. They say because there's two sukoons together and two sukoons cannot come together. So you're just putting a kasra here to join to that one. Otherwise, it's originally قالت الأعراب. You have to join قالت الأعراب. But this doesn't change the fact that when you do i'rab, this is تأنيث الساكنة.